On this edition of Freedom Journal Iraq, we look at progress in Iraq's Maysan province and improvements to the maternity wings of 2 Iraqi hospitals. Don't miss these stories and more on today's FJI. Hello, I'm Air Force Sergeant Braden Smith. Welcome to this edition of Freedom Journal Iraq. Maysan province in southern Iraq has been under provincial control for a little over a year now. And as Airman First Class Michael Williams explains, Maysan's progress could be a glimpse into the future of where the rest of Iraq is headed.
Maysan province has been the site of militant resistance for some time now, but the Iraqi army has cleared these negative factions out of the area recently. This is paving the way for a brighter future in Maysan and across Iraq.
After the militants see the capabilities of the Iraqi security forces, they see that they will lose. Therefore, there is no reaction from them. We will keep some forces in Maysan to make sure that militants do not come back. The Prime Minister, at the request of Maysan citizens, requested that more forces be set up to enhance the rule of law. And the Prime Minister responded by establishing 3 new military regiments in that area. This has had a positive impact on security, but it's also provided job opportunities in that area.
Maysan was the 4th province Iraqis were given sole security responsibility over. Its progress since then shows that Iraqis are taking this responsibility seriously, and it also serves as an example for the rest of the country to follow. Airman First Class Michael Williams, Baghdad.
Many Americans recycle, use less water, and even drive fuel-efficient cars to help the environment. Airman First Class Priscilla Christensen tells us how one Iraqi man is doing his part to be environmentally friendly.
Going green isn't just a trend sweeping the U.S. Iraq is quickly jumping on the bandwagon.
We think that we are a little bit behind in this. We are an oil-producing country.
And Dathar Al-Khashab cares about his oil.
I'm an oil man, so I should be interested in any type of energy.
He's interested in tapping into the wind and sun for power, something that's readily available in the desert climate of Iraq.
We're trying to find out the possibility of supplying certain facilities, oil facilities like refineries in Sumawa or Najaf and Diwania, to provide power for those refineries using wind turbines.
Which will replace the steam and pollutants produced by oil refineries. Dathar is working side by side with the Army Corps of Engineers to adopt the more environmentally friendly sources.
If we can provide power from different sources, which is already a gift from God, why don't you use it?
The benefits of renewable energy sources will not only affect Dathar's oil company, but also Iraqis living in remote and desolate areas.
You can use it as a heat source, you can use it as a light source, you can use photovoltaic cells to produce electricity directly.
They need more power in the country. This is going to supply more power. It may go to the refinery, but that means there will be more power on the grid for the rest of the population.
Going green not only offers a cleaner environment for Iraqis, but it also contributes to rebuilding the country, something Dathar looks forward to. Airman First Class Priscilla Christensen, Baghdad.
There will be a first ever energy exhibition and conference on October 18th and 19th at Baghdad International Airport. Iraqi oil leaders hope it will bring more business to the country. Coming up, renovations to local hospitals, courtesy of a team effort.
Here's your raid report. Iraqi army and U.S. soldiers seized weapons and munitions throughout Baghdad. The soldiers seized AK-47s, night vision goggles, grenades, mortar rounds, and various other munitions. Bakuba Emergency Response Force detained a suspected al-Qaeda in Iraq member in Udaim. The suspected terrorist is believed to be part of a cell that targets Iraqi security forces, coalition forces, and local citizens. Iraqi police uncovered a weapons cache in the Rashid district of southern Baghdad. The police found boxes of plastic explosives, improvised explosive devices, AK-47 assault rifles, a mortar round, and a sniper rifle. Iraqi security forces arrested 7 suspected special groups criminals around central Iraq. The criminals are believed to be Iranian surrogates responsible for attacks against Iraq's security and coalition forces. That's your raid report. I'm Petty Officer Patrick Dilley.
Here are the latest Operation Iraqi Freedom headlines. Operation Fard al-Qanoun spokesman said Iraqi security forces are working to ensure the safety of students across Iraq as they gather to take final examinations for the school year. Senior Iraqi and U.S. leaders celebrated the U.S. military's handover of the 1,000th Up-Armored Humvee to Iraqi security forces. New management, routes, and planes are giving Iraqi Airways a boost in regional competition. Business is expected to increase after a recent $5.5 billion lease deal with Boeing to supply the airline with newer planes. A popular Baghdad restaurant has reopened after a suicide bomber destroyed its previous location and killed 29 people. Patrons of the establishment are glad to see it back and view its return as a sign that Baghdad is in a period of rebirth. Those are your headlines from around the region. I'm Airman First Class Shaylin Jordan.
Noticeable increases in Baghdad's security since early 2008 has allowed coalition forces and the government of Iraq to focus on rebuilding key pieces of infrastructure. Petty Officer Patrick Dilley reports on one completed medical facility with the potential to help Baghdad's newborns.
These halls are empty now, but outside, signs of continued progress. Desperately needed supplies are arriving at Kark Maternity Hospital in Baghdad.
I hope that this hospital will be the most important hospital in this country.
Uprising in the district in 2004 and the looting that followed left the hospital broken and empty. Since then, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has managed nearly $600,000 of structural reconstruction and upgrades.
For a lot of families that are from this area, this is not just a hospital, it's a landmark for this area.
In a district once plagued with violence, Kark Hospital offers specialized medical care for women and expectant mothers.
There are lots of memories in this hospital, and now we are so happy because we see the hospital being rebuilt. We have lots of memories because our children were born in this hospital.
Hospital administrators are working to increase their small staff from 5 senior and 3 junior physicians to 10 senior and at least 30 juniors.
We haven't refused patients, but you must remember that the hospital is still new.
The Army Corps of Engineers finished inspection in mid-April and turned over ownership of the project to Iraq's Ministry of Health in late June. Petty Officer Patrick Dilley, Kark District, Baghdad.
The Army Corps of Engineers is working to improve health care in Haditha City, in Iraq's Al-Anbar province. They've just completed a $500,000 clinic for outpatient care and are now tackling $3.7 million in renovations for the hospital after a car bomb destroyed 2 wings in 2005. Kevin Casey has this report.
This winter, 100 children in and around Haditha, Iraq, contracted measles, and this boy is one of them. He should be kept apart from the other kids in the room, but there are only 12 beds for children here and no isolation ward. The entire hospital has only 100 beds for a city of 100,000 people, and Haditha Hospital is even smaller than it used to be. In 2005, a car bomb took out 2 wings.
This is previously the storage, the kitchen, the laundry, and the storage for the medicine and for the lab. It is completely destroyed, and the only hospital in Haditha.
The hospital would have more room and more time if non-emergency patients had some other place to go for outpatient care. So the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers built a neighborhood health clinic just down the street. The $500,000 facility will be open soon, and the people of Haditha will be able to come here to see doctors and dentists, have x-rays, vaccinations, and medical lab tests, and to visit the pharmacy. And that will give the Corps of Engineers some breathing room to renovate the hospital. It's getting a complete overhaul.
This is all about better health care and better quality of life for people here in Iraq. That's the kind of hospital the people of Haditha deserve.
In Haditha, Iraq, I'm Kevin Casey.
That does it for this edition of our program. Check out mnf-iraq.com for all the latest OIF information. From all of us here at AFN and Freedom Journal Iraq, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.